Hey guys, welcome. I like food. Do you? I thought I'd start this channel because I'm lonely and it's COVID and I like food. I'm gonna show you how to juggle. Just joking, I can't. But if you really want to learn how to make something delicious called ceviche, then hang out here. This is a really easy recipe, not many ingredients, and you can make it for about $11 if you can get the shrimp on sale. So stick around and you can see how I do it. Gosh. Okay, let's start with the shrimp. Now, usually I can get shrimp on sale. It goes on sale pretty often, and you can get it in the frozen section. If it's pink, it means it's already pre-cooked. And if it's more of a gray tone, then that means it's uncooked. And both are very easy to cook. You don't need a lot of time. It goes by really quickly. So first, let's start with if you actually have to cook the shrimp. Give pan some hot water. Oh my God. So the first way we can cook shrimp, especially if it's frozen and uncooked, is to put it in boiling water. And it only takes a couple minutes. You'll see that it turns light pink in color, and that means it's done. The second method that you can do shrimp is if it's already pre-cooked and pink, then you put it under cold running water. And you only need to do it for a couple of minutes, and then it'll thaw out. Now, if you notice, they still have their shells on them, so you'll need to peel those. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. Okay, it looks like it's finished now that it's light pink, so turn the burner off, and then we're going to take it over to the sink and put it in a colander under cold running water. Once everything is processed and shelled, you can put them in a bowl and stick it in the fridge to cool off while you're chopping the other vegetables. Okay, next we're going to cut the jalapeno up. First we need to wash it. Jalapenos are very inexpensive, and they're a quick and easy way to add a lot of flavor and spice to your life. The way that you cut it is you cut the head off, and then you slice it in half. Now this is what a lot of your heat is going to come from, and then also the seeds. So if you really want it very spicy, then you keep the seeds in and also these veins. If you don't want it that spicy, what you do is you get a spoon and just take it out. So you just slice them like this, chop them up. And there you go. Now it's time to chop up the onion. Wait, I have a better idea. Whoa. Magic. Okay, so we have our lime sliced and ready to go, our jalapeños, and now we just got the onion and we just add it all together. And next, we need to rinse and chop off the cilantro. Now, cilantro is only like 33 cents a bunch, but it usually has dirt in it, so what we need to make sure we do is rinse it off with water first. Shake it off really well. And then I'm usually lazy and just cut it right there because I don't like the stems. And you just chop it up. We're going to add that as well. And it's time to get that shrimp out and chop it up. Okay, now we got the shrimp out of the fridge and it's time to chop it up. The easiest way to do it is get it in tiny little pieces. The smaller the pieces, the better it'll be to load onto your tostada or your tortilla chips. Okay, now that the shrimp is completely chopped up, all we have to do is assemble all of our ingredients. Okay, so now that we have everything in the bowl, we can start mixing it up. You can see here the different sizes. Now this I all hand chopped. An easier way that I have found is I use a food processor, but for you guys balling on a budget, I thought I would do it this way, the old-fashioned way. It's a little more time-consuming, but it also costs you nothing. If you're using a food processor, you're gonna wanna just pulsate very lightly, or else you're gonna make shrimp pate and no one wants that. So, after everything's mixed, now we start adding the limes. The more limes, the merrier in my opinion, because if you just use 1 or 2 limes, it's just not gonna be zangy enough. Add the limes. Traditionally, the way that you make ceviche is you would put shrimp or fish in raw, and then the limes act as a cooking agent, and that's what would cook it. But I don't really trust myself around seafood, especially shrimp. I don't want to mess around, so that's why I cook it first before putting all the lime juice and everything together. This recipe has really good natural and fresh ingredients. It doesn't cost a lot. I'll put in a description of everything that we bought and how much it averages for cost. But what's good about this recipe is it's very healthy and fresh, but not healthy in a way that you want to be losing weight, but in a way that will help your brain. Positivity, fresh ingredients. You want to feed your soul, you know? Fresh ingredients really make a difference instead of processed food. So you want to keep your ingredients simple and fresh, and there's a way to do that on a budget. We got the ceviche mixed, so now we're going to make some guacamole. Guacamole isn't a necessity, but it adds a little bit of extra pizzazz and a level of fancy. All you'd need to do is add 2 large avocados. And then the way that I make guac, which is a very quick method, is I just mush up, technical term, the avocados, and then I add some salsa, and you can get any salsa, any red salsa, to it, and that's how you make guacamole in a pinch and on a budget. Now that we're done with the ceviche portion and the guac, we just need to add a little bit of salt and mix it up to make sure that the lime juice at the bottom gets mixed up. And there are 2 ways that I like to prepare it. We can do a tostada, or we could just do chips. For tostada, first you'll want to add the guacamole. And you'll want to coat the tostada first. And then you'll add the ceviche on top. If you want to be extra fancy, you can add a little lime and a little cilantro. And voila. Now the second way is to do it with tortilla chips. This is my personal favorite way because you can snack on it and load each chip with the perfect ratio of flavor. So usually you just have your tortilla chips and you add the ceviche on one side and then a dollop of guac on the other side, and again add a little lime, and there you have it. But I mean, I have to try it first, right? To prove that it's edible. Just load it up here. Oh my gosh. Let's see, the pressure's on. Okay. So here's the finished product, guys. It is both tasty and delicious, and it's on a budget. You should try it. Hello, and welcome. I don't like doing that with my arms. Hi, would you like to see my succulents? Because I don't know what to do with my hands. Hi, welcome. If you're here, welcome. Good evening. I'm like a vampire. To be or not to be?